Evening, everyone. We are now done with day one, and we have Arielle Loewen to join us. How are you doing, Arielle?
Pretty good. No complaints. I don't usually check the leaderboard till the end of the day just because I want to be proud of my efforts, go from there. And so we checked the leaderboard leaving in the Uber, and we were all screaming in the Uber, so we had to apologize to him.
Yeah, it was a very, very good day.
Yeah.
So when you saw these workouts announced, right, what was your initial thought of today? Like, were you pumped about, the bike ride, the pig, and then obviously this gymnastics? Like, what were your initial thoughts on seeing those?
Initial thoughts were event one was damage control. Event two, I don't want to say semi damage control, but like just do what you can do. Event three is going to be your home run. But none of them were what I expected. Event one ended up going really, really well for me, and I haven't ridden a bike since last year at the game. So to get 12th in a bike event, that's very like not usually my specialty by any means.
So you didn't jump on a bike at all for training the last 2 months?
I would say like pulling Blakely behind me. I have a bike with like a carrier for a child. We maybe biked 2 miles total. But like training wise, no. We were going to, but life happens and we got a little bit busy. But
that's wild.
My worst fear with the bike event was getting in a group of athletes and you get stuck and you're stuck there the whole race. And I was very fortunate that it was just like me and like 3 other people the whole time trying to just work on passing them, and that was it.
Yeah, there were a few. I think Sayer Kaya, Matilda Garnes, and Emma Carey definitely got tangled up near the back.
That's what I heard.
And then obviously Justin Medeiros also took a tumble a couple times, and Sam Quant. So there were definitely a few people that went down out there. So that was a good strategy to get out front.
Waiting for the memes of it because I personally haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, let's see. Souza actually, he caught the women's accident here. So yeah, Emma Carey. She kind of like avoided it and got pushed out and lost control and went outside. Pretty crazy timing just to kind of catch that. But yeah, I mean, there was definitely an advantage to getting to the front and getting some clean air, so you didn't have to worry about that. How was like the attitude and environment, kind of just the atmosphere going into the ride with all 40 athletes kind of bunched up on bikes? Was there kind of some tension in there?
There was, and there always is in the first event. I don't want to say like sizing people up, but as Boz starts riding, people start getting a little bit more aggressive, start cutting in. People weren't as talkative. I'll say that for the first event. Second event, you could tell the nerves were out. Everybody wanted to chat.
Yeah. So you finish 12th, I think, in the ride. You go to the pig chipper, and you're saying this is damage control. Yeah. It didn't turn out to be damage control, though. You did a little bit better than that.
It went great, and I mean, shout out to my strength coach, Brian Rideout. I've been working on trying to get a little bit stronger, be a little bit more explosive, and it really helped on the pig. But also, like, pig was fine. I did 25 chest to bars unbroken, and immediately when I dropped down was just like, man, this is a mistake. My arms have blown up. So I'm just thankful that they could come back to life.
We have 2 Johns in the house now.
Like it.
We were trying to figure out.
I'm gonna go on YouTube now.
As going through the event, like, where was the sticking point in that? Like, obviously, some people got stuck on the pig,
right?
But what of the 3 other gymnastics movements, was it the toes to bar that kind of held was kind of the toughest part on that?
I thought so. Like your grip. So like toes to bar themselves aren't hard, but holding onto the bar was hard. But yeah. It was so fun. I felt fine on the second set of toes to bar, tried to do what I could on the chest to bar. And I didn't realize on the pig, we were all tied until I really got there 6. And then it was fun to just be like, okay, 2 more flips, sometimes 3 more flips.
Yeah. Do you, so yeah, you end up taking fourth. You go through that. When you get to the second pig, on the way back, a lot of women, they kind of, their fingers were slipping on the pig. They needed chalk. They had to run back. Did you grab chalk? Did you kind of have an idea of what to expect? That might be a little bit tougher on the way back.
Honestly, I felt so confident. I didn't even grab my belt. I was like, I am flipping this pig 10 times and I feel good. And that's exactly what happened. No, I didn't even think about grip or anything.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then we head over to inverted medley, gymnastic space event. We knew you'd be up there. Have you been practicing those kind of odd gymnastics movements?
Yes, but what's surprising is it's my worst finish of the day when it should be my best finish of the day. So it wasn't walking off the floor being proud and excited by any means, but I programmed for myself. What I noticed was I've been doing a lot of these skill things fresh. So to do this handstand push-ups under fatigue is a completely different stimulus. And on the back half of that one definitely, like, I had to like step back and humble myself, like, okay, now I need to practice this. Let's finish this race.
Yeah. So you finished the day. Let me pull it up here. Where are you on overall? You are in third overall. It's a pretty solid start.
Isn't that a good start to the weekend?
It is. It is. Yeah. You come into the weekend saying, I just want to finish in the top 10, and you're already sitting up there. Looking ahead, we start out with alpaca. You know what most of that workout feels like. Add in now the rope climbs. What is your mindset, and how are you approaching that with an additional element of something you've already done somewhat before?
I really don't think about the workouts till tomorrow, so I haven't even like started strategizing it by any means. But I've been very blessed that I can listen to my body and do what I need to on the floor. So I can't tell you.
Don't have any strategy.
Yeah, I don't have any strategy as of right now. If the kettlebells feel great, I'd love to go unbroken. But I think that workout, if I'm looking at it, it's a rope climb workout. So it's going to be just managing. So the rope climbs are no reps. Yeah.
All right. So you're not going to plan. You're not going to spend any time strategizing tonight. What is recovery look like between now and when you end up going to bed?
Yeah. My PT just got here. Shout out Jody. So I'm sure she knows what's sore. She'll flush out whatever muscles I use today. We always go to the same restaurant at our hotel called the Boathouse. We'll probably be there. And I think most of our friends and family come in today. So today is actually a really fun day.
Awesome. Megan, BF, Arielle, you crushed it today. You should be so proud. So
thanks, Megan.
Jordan Jenkins, Arielle is the most chill, go with the flow athlete I have ever heard talk. And I think it works so well for her. So
it does.
You definitely have quite a few fans out here watching you. Again, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your time, out of your day. Go get some body work done, get rested up, and go attack tomorrow. So we'll be watching.
Thanks for having me on. You guys have a good night.
Thanks, Arielle.
Bye.
All right. Oh, man, look at this. Oh, got turned on. There we go.
Sorry, my headphones fell out. Barkley came over here and ran away.
And what's up, Barkley?
Where'd Arielle go?
She saw you were coming and she ran.
Oh, come on! I wanted to. I played her. She did very well for me.
Yeah.
I can't really complain. I'm happy that I picked her. We got Savon in the background being annoying right now.
Nice. Is he following you for the behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Come here. Yeah,
no.
Savon.
Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, I thought they were talking like to a foreign land the way they were over here. They're like, okay, bring the ships in. How is everything? What's it look like at home?
Dude, going well. I mean, I think the live coverage now is much better than obviously what we saw before. But I mean, I think you really can't complain too much about it. I do think when you look at the Coliseum, it doesn't translate to the live stream. Like Caleb said in the chat, like it was very, very electric in there. And it just, other than maybe when Elisa Fuliano and Katrin David's daughter were kind of racing, like you really didn't capture that. So I don't know if it's just the background sound or what, but it didn't feel as live as you'd hope on a first night.
Well, what's interesting is last year, you know, I did the whole entire thing from behind the computer, and then this year I'm here, and it's like all that computer shit kind of just vanishes. Like when you're there, you're not even thinking about the people at home watching, which is a trip. I mean, not even for a second. People are like, "Hey, why aren't you commenting about how there's only one camera?" It's like, dude, we don't care. We're here. We're seeing this shit like front row seat. It's amazing. You're missing out. It is the vendor village is absolutely crushed. Which is, and the vendors are making cash, you know, what is the term, hand over foot, and so that's the fist over hand over fist. They're doing something, and that is a very strong correlate for just how this whole event is. It's absolutely nuts here. The Coliseum did look sold out. The media pit, I've never seen like that. I'd say there were, how many people are in the media pit? 150. Yeah, I mean, it's jam packed, and it is it's deafening in there. It's like, hey, maybe I should bring ear protection, or if you had kids, emotions running high. Medeiros brought the house down with that win, and it was people were holding back tears. Not his family. We turned around up and looked up in the stands. We got lots of footage. Yeah, he was. I don't even know. Maybe even a tear dropped.
Oh man, it was watery eyes all day.
Yeah, his tear duct. I may have broke something. Oh, I unplugged this. Shit. Sorry, stand by. This
No
is the
worries.
emergency broadcast system. Thank you. Yeah, it's too bad that it didn't translate, but it is they have to be ecstatic. Dave Castro and crew have to be Adrian, Don Fall, they have to be ecstatic. The event is, I mean, it's
awesome to hear.
Shit. And people, everyone is so nice. I'm telling you, it's like some sort of hippie rainbow gathering, Grateful Dead shit mixed with just great bodies everywhere. And you know, someone said to me, I remember my mom came to Aromas in 2009 for her first CrossFit Games, and the first thing she said is, "Man, everyone here has a really nice butt." And someone here said to me, they're like, "This is just the place of nice butts," and it is just it's just a mecca of really cool people with who are kind of all on the same mission, and it's great. Great place to bring your kids if you're missing out on the games. If you're not here, it's just like that.
How are you hanging in there? Man,
I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm out of camera shape. I'm getting absolutely insane footage of athletes. Every single athlete. Katrin, Annie, Justin Medeiros, Shelby Neal, the list goes on and on. The only nut I haven't quite cracked yet is Laura Horvat, but I'll get her. I've been hanging out with her coach Adam Klink a bit, and I'm trying to work my way in. But it's heaven. It's good.
Yeah,
I'm the best at what I do, and I always thought that, but now I'm confirming it.
That's awesome.
Humbly, I say with all humility, with peace and love and humility.
I do say, where is it? Trying to get my screen on. There's a video here that I think everybody should see. It's not working.
By the way, the team did get some incredible crashes. Like, we got them all. We got a dude, Patrick Rios, here, who got some crashes today. We got
the ones Justin?
We got Souza got some crashes. We got Luke Parker. We got interviews. There was swearing and yelling, and we got it all. Like, Lazar Jukic interviews, tons. I just interviewed Lazar. He had his elbow x-rayed. We're gonna bring you stuff. We got Annie and Colton being carried off. It's amazing. Oh, look, there I am.
There it is. So if you haven't followed Susan's
were you happy
Instagram,
you were taller than him?
I'm not taller than him.
Sure?
No. Look at.
Ooh,
look at that.
I'd give that to you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's pretty close.
It's about the same taller I am than Tyler.
The same taller. Anyway, hey, I'm gonna go do some domestic duties, tapes and steaks, and I appreciate you having me on. And Spin, thanks for holding down the internet.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you jumping on.
Yep.
Zip.
Savon.
Oh man.
Get off me.
Well, that's because he's sitting on the flat part of the earth.
Oh yeah. Hey, thanks, dude. Are you running off, Savon? Okay. All right. Sorry, we're good to go now.
Do you want to talk about the events now?
Yeah, it was a good intro. Good intro there. John, welcome to Madison.
Yes, I just got here, so I don't know where anything is, and I'm meeting everybody for the first time.
He's going in real hot.
Great, it's great.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he's here," and I was like, "Oh, I've been here forever." No, I just got here.
That's a long day of traveling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. 690 watching, 1 like. Let's bump that up.
Come
Make sure you start subscribing. Come on, get up there.
Hey, Brian, did Medeiros' interview, was it on ESPN?
It was. So the thing with ESPN, which I don't think everybody caught, is when all of this exclusive ESPN stuff happens, when it's only on ESPN platforms, ESPN Plus has everything. Like ESPN Plus is, I think, pretty much the full day coverage of the individual athletes. And so when exclusive ESPN Plus had everything, the problem is if you were watching on ESPN or ESPN2, I don't know which day it was or which one it was for this day, they only showed the final heats. So people that only had cable, didn't have ESPN Plus or didn't know how to get to it or whatever, didn't realize that this was, like you had to go get to ESPN Plus to see everything. So I think there were quite a few people watching from home that were unable to see
the
that.
wrong event, at least.
Yeah, ESPN2. But either way, like ESPN or ESPN2, especially going forward, make sure you get ESPN Plus to get the entire live stream coverage. ESPN Plus all day. So
And
make
correct
sure.
me if I'm wrong, Brian. Like later, it'll all be on YouTube, correct?
I don't know. I don't think they really said that it would be shown later.
I think
That's what I thought.
I thought Brian hinted last night that it would all be on ESPN, not YouTube.
No, after the fact.
Okay, maybe.
Like after it's shown on ESPN, then it would be on YouTube.
Maybe they'll throw it on after the fact if you want to go catch that up.
I think that would be the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
They should. They should. I wish it was on both, right? Like if you want to grow it, go ahead.
That happened. Sorry, Spin.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Chick. They said it'll all be on YouTube later. So, so that's good. That's good. All right. So would you get in for all of the inverted medley, John?
So I saw all the men. I saw none of the women. I heard there was a wicked race between Elisa Fuliano and Katrin. I'm excited to watch that. I picked Elisa Fuliano, so it's always fun when
she does well.
Somebody who's not supposed to do good overall does amazing in something they're amazing at. That's always fun. But I did see all of the men. Yeah, I heard Danielle Brandon crushed everybody.
30 seconds.
She probably should have
34 seconds. That's bonkers.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, she was very confident in that. You could tell just from the start. Like she was flying on her hands like we've always seen her, and was not worried about it. And yeah, Fuliano and Katrin Davidsdottir, watching them on the, Katrin tried to go unbroken on the ramp, and Fuliano, got up there and got ahead of her. But that was definitely pretty cool. I don't know, Tyler, did you think that the atmosphere in there was pretty good overall, or was it kind of waiting for those types of moments, and then other times it was a little quiet?
No, I thought 3, 2, 1, go. It was cool. Like everybody was waiting to see, did they go unbroken? Like it was just, there was always an athlete that was doing something impressive, or somebody was pushing the pace. The guys I appreciated the guys going because they got really ballsy. Like some of them were just like, I just want to get, like Nick Matthew. I think he went out really hot and then like paid for it on the other side.
Noah Olson.
I remember I looked up.
On brand.
Because on brand for real. He was doing flips over the bar like crazy. It was like, you could definitely tell he wasn't holding his breath, but he was kind of like, I'm gonna go as hard as I can. And I looked up, Max was above me, and I looked up at him and I was like aggressive, and he was like, well,
he's used to it by now.
Yeah.
I mean, Alexis Raptis 5th. I think we kind of expected that. I mean, all pretty much gymnasts up top. Sydney Wells, Bailey Rail. I think Bailey, if she had somebody next to her, would have done better. Like she definitely got burned by being in the first heat. going on down. I was a little surprised by Emma Lawson and Arielle. Both of those, I think, kind of faded out on the back half. Like, I don't think if you like Arielle said just now, like she's practiced these, but when she's fresh, not in the middle of a workout where you get tired. Like, how do you do these under fatigue? And
The rollovers
Pull
or the
just,
pullovers?
well, just any of it, like as like, you know, she's practiced the freestanding handstand push-ups, she's practiced pullovers, but I think it's more like practice work, skill work, not let's throw this in the back end of a Metcon and see how I do what I've already done a bunch of work before that. And my guess is that's how a lot of them have felt. You know, that didn't do as well as maybe we expected to.
I tell you what, somebody who did herself a lot of favors is freaking Amanda Barnhart. I know that 15th doesn't like scream, oh man, she killed it. But
She saved herself.
But yeah, like she, you know, as long as she just does what Amanda Barnhart abilities are, she should be fine to make it through the final day and do all the events and, you know, make a run at top 10. Like that's still in play for her. And she was 36th before this event. Like that 15th is enormous for her because she gets to that, you know, all she got to do is get that Olympic lift. And then that will push her through the top 20 just because she's going to be top 3 in that event. It doesn't take a ton of points to make the cut. It takes a ton of points to win, but not to make the cut. And she did herself a lot of favors by being that 15th place.
Yeah, 100%. Gabby Magala, another 24th place finish.
Trending down.
Going the wrong direction.
Don't worry, tomorrow I'll be fine. I don't know what legless rope climbs.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Laura Horvath.
Not worried at all.
That was hard to watch. It really was. I think she kept composure, but it was like you could tell she was frustrated, but she kept chipping and, you know, she got through what she got through. It's fine. Whatever. You got 27th, walk on. That was your bad event.
Yeah, you'll take that over the 38th you normally get.
I mean, that's true. I mean, with a 9th, a 1st, and a 27th.
Handstand push-up workout. It's going to be her worst workout. We already knew that.
Yeah. Fee Sagafi, I was surprised with. She did very well in event 6.
Did you see what slowed her?
I did not. I don't think she made 1 second of the live coverage. So
Interesting. I watched the females on TV. I didn't get to catch the females in the.
They didn't really show much of it. Emma McQuaid, Kelly Baker, Ellie Turner, 38th, so she's down there. I mean, I think for the most part, the women that we expected did well. I think Fee is definitely one that I was a little surprised by. As we look at the overall leaderboard on the women's side, Alexis Raptis.
Boy, it's a thick lead too, not just in first, thick.
Yeah. And I mean, she's going to be going into Alpaca, which should be good. And I would think she has a buffer. I mean, she should be doing better than Emily Rolfe and Arielle Loewen on Alpaca. So there's a good chance that she could kind of pad some of that lead.
Do you think she pulls a Medeiros like last year and just straight up like never has a first, Alexis?
And wins? No, she's not beating Laura.
All right.
There's going to be a power output event, or there's going to be some event. I mean, the Olympic total, she's not going to be bad at it, but she gets 10th in that, and Laura gets first. That's a ton of points. And there's going to be 3 or 4 events where that happens. There's too many big girls that are just going to beat her. Alexis Raptis doesn't really have any holes.
No.
I am with you on that. But Laura is going to have so many home runs coming her way. Like it's not an insurmountable. Yeah, it's only
70,
68 points.
Yeah. Tyler must be
got
getting
the handstand push-up event out of the way. It's not there anymore.
Guys, I had her ranked like 6th. I didn't think that she would. She's really impressed me. She's doing like a hopper type performance here. Like her gains from last year to this.
Different person. Pick a different person.
Her gains from this year to last year are huge.
Yeah.
Don't threaten with a good time.
So I'm stoked.
Now listen, I had her ranked 2nd the whole time, so everybody take note of that. I'm waiting for you to say no. You didn't.
He's just trying to talk shit.
I do think she's in the running for second, though. I still think Laura's going to come out and win. But you look at the women that she's ahead and the gap that she has. I think it's hard for, Emma Lawson or Arielle Loewen to make up that point gap because they're both steady. They're like Alexis Raptis. They just don't have very many holes. But then you got to think, who has the home run ability here? Other than a ring muscle up event, Emma Lawson doesn't, right? I mean, she's going to be great in a lot of things, but as far as winning events,
right?
Ring muscle ups, and then what else, right?
Yeah, I don't think the 5K is going to be terrible for her, but it's not like it is on the rings.
She gets fifth
or the
place
bike.
in that, and Alexis gets 8th.
Right.
I bet Alexis beats her in the 5K.
Emma Lawson's pretty good, man.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about
fine.
Where's Emma Carey at?
We're going to move on down a little bit. Got Paige Powers looking strong after day one. So
she's going to be good at alpaca too.
Yep.
I was next to Darren during the flip sled event, and he got a little bit he was a little flustered, but he was like, I was like, how you feeling right now? And he was like, she's just better than this. He was like, she'll get it together. He had total confidence in herself. Paige.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a small detour.
God.
RB, I'm still blown away by Dancer ran a 19:05 5K.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna have it for tomorrow morning. I have some information. It was not a 5K.
Yeah,
it was not a 5K.
Well, here, let me run it real quick, and then we'll that way we can call it what it is. Okay.
So
I'm gonna do a zone 2 5K with John.
I got some information sent to me. A little bit teaser. Show up tomorrow morning for the morning show. I will show you that it was not a 5K. However, he was not last place in that in his age group. So regardless, it was very, very impressive. All right, going back, Danielle Brandon, that first place moved her up from 21st to 11th. So she's back in the thick of it. She's only 22 points behind Laura.
Holding out hope. That's right. I don't know if I could say she has as good of a chance to win it after this, after day one. But I think her best event's out.
This one is, yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because we know that she's going to get first place in the hands. If she was 11th and then she still had that available, coming.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That was that's going to be a rough awakening for a lot of people. I was a failed pick.
Ooh,
Danielle.
Yeah, she's probably in Heat 1
to win the game. I mean, I was screamed that the second it happened. That was worse than your Fikowski not making it pick. But it's you'll learn one day. I don't know why you keep trying.
We'll take a look at how Fikowski did here in a second, because I don't think he did so hot in inverted medley.
He's holding it together. We'll go.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
We picked him for 7th, not first. There's a wild difference.
All this talking we've done, we still haven't made it to carry yet. I just wanted to make that note.
No.
Yeah, Emma Tall dropped pretty far. Let's see, Olivia Kerstetter holding in 17th, right behind Gabby Magala.
My girl Alyssa Fuliano in 18th. I'm so happy about that.
But see, that's what one good event.
I think tomorrow's going to be bad.
What's that?
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be bad for
Alyssa Fuliano
and probably Shelby.
Yeah. I don't see her doing great in 5K.
That's on Saturday. This is alpaca and ski bag.
I'm talking about to make.
Yeah, alpaca's going to hurt her. Maybe not. Maybe she's helped by the rope climbs a little bit, but those clean and jerks are going to hurt. And then it's what?
Sled push.
Yeah. No, what's the event after?
Ski bag.
The sandbag one.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. And we don't know what event 6 is, but it's probably going to be a barbell.
I think she can hold out 30 though.
Yeah. No, she already has enough points.
Yeah.
Go look at 30th place right now.
We're getting there.
I'm hoping we get to Emma Carey before.
There she is, 21st.
Okay.
Sydney Wells in 20th. Emma Carey in 21st. Souza, what's up? Just creeping over there.
Yeah, just
Souza's favorite job is creeping.
We're moving on down. Amanda Barnhart in 25th.
I'm just really good at it.
Ellie Turner 26th.
Fisa Gaffi is 86. So Elisa Fuliano is 157. Fisa Gaffi is 86. So to make up that type of point gap. When you're 30th place, whenever it's not like you get 5th in every event, right? You're going to get 23rd in every event. 23rd is 44 points, right? At least if Filiano would have to get last and you have to get 44 points every single time. It's just not like those type of placings. I think Alicia Filiano is fine to make the top 30. Yeah. Top 20 is going to be rough though, because tomorrow's not going to be a hard day.
Right. Yep. Emma McQuaid, a little surprising, down in 31st.
What did she get stuck on?
Again, like if you weren't in the top 3 or 4 in your heat, you got nothing on that. I know, like even when they were kind of going back and there was somebody that was, still going on the way out of the medley, they didn't show it. Like you could see them, but they didn't key in and say, oh, Emma McQuaid is really struggling on these, the outbound handstand push-ups or whatever. So, it was tough to see.
Because when we get to the guys, I can tell you everything who struggled where. This is my wife, by the way, everybody, online.
Hey, welcome.
I'd like to say that right now on the Heat One app, I am ranked 68th.
Did you take John's advice or did you go with your own?
No, I made my own picks,
See?
but I do listen to the podcast and I do have access to his Google Docs, but I did not use them.
What are you ranked, John?
400 something.
I don't know. I wait till the end of the weekend and I'm usually on top. But I make like not the best picks in the beginning. That way I have them at the end. For instance, like I picked Foliano. I picked Olsen for the handstand walking thing. Like I'm not going to pick them for anything else except those things, right?
Yep.
Like when we get to the weightlifting event, I'm not going to pick Laura. I'm going to pick Colin Brander because she'll be top 3 and I won't pick her for anything else, right? But Laura, I can pick her for almost every event.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to save it for the back half, and then that's when I usually start beating people.
There are so many people right now that have made all the right picks on every single event,
and they're not going to have anybody left. They're on cloud 9, and then it's going to be like, oh, I can't pick Roman, Vellner, Justin anymore. Who am I going to pick?
The top 3 are Triple L Love, K Chartrand, and Pothja. That's on the.
Okay, we need some real worded team names. So,
I did talk to, if you are on the app, it did get a little bit bogged down. I think right after event 2, like the notification went out. I talked to Adam about it. You guys are blowing up the app. Like he's like, the amount of traffic is higher than expected. So he said he's going to actually work on the bandwidth. So
yeah,
hopefully tomorrow you guys will be much better space, but it's been running pretty good overall.
Yeah, the speed should be better. And it's like people didn't know this. Like we had no ability to test what the live situation of the app, like the games, the updates of the scores, the pressure of all that. And so it's like, this is the beta. We hadn't dealt with this yet. And so we're building it as it goes, but Adam's killing it. He's fixing all the problems quickly. So thank you for being patient with us. But you guys are helping us build the whole system. So it's been really fun. People have been great, sending us great feedback. So thank you.
As we look at the bottom 10, is there anybody on this list that you feel confident in that they will make it to Saturday on the women's side?
Saturday, like the top 20?
They make it through the first cut to the top 30.
Oh, Emma McQuaid. Other than that, no.
No, Tyler, you have anybody in this bottom 10 that can make it through the first cut? They'll move up and we'll see them on Saturday.
Not can they, that you feel confident.
Confident in, yeah.
That's the difference.
No. What's 30th place have right now in points?
I'm like 86.
86. It doesn't take much. At all. Again,
maybe
all it takes is one good event, right? Like Emily DeDroy is strong. Like she did very well in Linda. All it takes is her to do well in Alpaca or ski bag, and she's up there probably in 29th, right? So
I hate to say this, Fee's going to fall out. Carolyn Stanley might move and take her spot, or Emma McQuaid. and I don't know who's above feed.
We don't know what event 6 is.
That's
We
true,
don't.
but it's two like girthy
Bad
events.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm starting to lean towards Helen, honestly,
Event 6.
yeah,
and having them run outside the stadium like they did, was it 2 years ago on the clean workout? So I'm just thinking through the
But
events.
then they'd have no barbell to cut to the top 30. I feel like it has to be a bar or somewhat of a barbell test.
Yeah, but I look at alpaca and it's pretty heavy.
Oh
You
no,
look- and you look at ski bag and it's pretty heavy.
I'm not saying they
Yeah.
haven't tested strength, but like a bar, I'm not saying a barbell for strength. 95-pound snatches, right? Like it could be,
Yeah.
sprinty. It can be, I just feel like there has to be one there, right?
I think so, but yeah, I mean,
the programming this year feels very different. I don't.
Randy with 155.
That'd be kinda
that's
cool,
not a fast
but-
workout.
No, it's not fast.
That sounds
Could
so
be
bad.
straight up Randy.
No, you can't do something that separates people by 3 seconds.
I can.
They've done it before. I just
Not in the games.
no. I'm trying to think about like what are they not tested tomorrow, and it's something fast, right? I know that ski bag is a fast workout, like a super sprinty workout, but it's a heavy one, right? It's just a fast, heavy one. What do they do to balance that? Like, could it be more gymnastics? Which I mean, I guess Helen has all three, so you kind of do that. I don't know.
Do you do another long event?
No, you
No.
can't. You can't.
Not in the space that they have for
No.
that event.
They don't have enough time, I think.
Yeah. You think it'll be? I could see them doing like a cuts event where you have to qualify, like
Like the Rogue, last event in Rogue,
yeah,
the duel.
the duel. I could see that. That would drive excitement and the fact that you need to qualify for the next spot. So everybody's going to go hard.
Yeah. So the final event 6, you see there at the very bottom on the screen, it's an hour 15 for 4 heats, I would assume. So about 10, 15 minutes each heat, something like that, a 12-minute type thing.
So a solid workout, a solid CrossFit
Mm-hmm.
workout.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's probably Helen would be probably a good 11-minute time cap just to cap somebody that doesn't
Depending
do
how
well.
hard they make that workout. They can
yeah.
make it where it's 11 minutes is fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that makes sense to me. Otherwise, it's going to be probably on Sunday morning at North Park, which seems kind of a little bit of a waste to use that whole field to do Helen. Like if you watch the age groups, they were in one small little piece by the rig and that was it. So the Coliseum makes sense to see that.
They're going to run outside the Coliseum.
Yeah, like run
Yeah.
out and then back in.
Yeah, I kind of like that. And it'll cool down so it won't be super hot. I mean, it's probably still going to be hot, but
Guys,
it'll
it's
cool down
not that hot. It's 85
It's
degrees.
hot.
That's not no.
Yeah.
The air is thick.
That's what I keep thinking. Everybody keeps talking about, well, they're going to go next year. And they're like,
I hope
it's
they
so
go to-
hot. I'm like, anywhere you go in the States is going to be hotter than Madison.
Right.
Come to Houston, man. Melt some faces
So
off.
in Alabama is the hottest place on the planet because it's humid and it's hot.
Houston has both those.
Houston, I know. I've
It's
been to
been
Houston.
103 every
Yeah.
single day.
I've been to Houston.
All right. So when you get up here, it's cold. Like I'm like, gosh, they're running in glory right here. I don't know how people are complaining.
I remember we went to Houston one time and it was like in the middle of summer and we had the AC on for hours and then somebody rolled down the window and it felt like somebody filled the car with hot like whipped cream. It was terrible. It was so
You
gross.
get used to it though. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah. Remember when they wanted to go to Jacksonville? Graham's talking about, the air is actually all water. So I know as you get further south, it's not even Jacksonville. It gets even worse. So, Utah or Denver would be pretty cool, but the elevation change, you'd have people dropping.
People be sucking wind all the day.
No, that'd be awesome though. Like I would love, like, okay, we're just gonna go run up this mountain, a mountain run, and you just run to the top.
That
Yeah.
would be really
That would be
Cool.
so awesome.
visually.
Yeah.
Looks like we got one of Pedro's friends, maybe one of his neighbors. It's been piss and rain here in Ireland for the last 2 months. We'd love it a bit of that weather. So
Yeah, Pedro is melting.
You know what? I read that in Pedro's voice, actually. I heard it in my head.
On the men's side, Cole Grieshaber finally did something after
Needed it.
Did you see that coming?
He's a gymnast. I didn't see him winning, but I thought he would do well.
Yeah. Medeiros, that looked
I
like
was so happy for him. And like his tear-filled interview, like it was emotional. And I told JR, I was sitting with JR for this event. I was like, I hope he comes out and just smashes this. Because if he was just tired, which is what the consensus is he's not hurt. He was just fatigued from the wreckage of the bike event, I guess. I want him to do well. I want Medeiros to be the fittest he is, right? And I honestly think he can still make the podium. I think he can. If he gets fifth every single event from here on out, he'll get third place. And I would love to see him do it. I would love to see him scream up the podium right now, up to the podium.
Do you think he didn't? Do you think he didn't wear a shirt just to show off that he definitely fell and had some bruises?
I'm proving it. Look,
See, I fell. I swear I fell.
It wasn't Ellie. I promise.
I was really impressed with. So, I played with the pullovers last night just to feel what that might feel like, and I immediately thought they should do the cast out thing and come through. But I was like, that's a skill that I don't know that they might have worked on. And I was really impressed that all the athletes figured it out pretty quickly, because I don't think that's something people train.
Hopper.
We'll get to him
So
in a minute.
I don't know. Was Hopper shown, Brian?
Not very much. I don't
He was shown when he was near the front. And
So
then,
Hopper can't do pullovers. He can't do them. He kept trying to do them strict. He was the only one not swinging. The only one.
No.
Everybody was swinging up around.
Nick Matthews did some strict.
No, he was still a little bit swinging. He could do them. There's a difference.
Right.
There's a difference. He was trying to do them all strict, and he couldn't. It looked like he couldn't do a pull up. Like he can't do them. It shocked me, and I'm like, JR, tell him to swing. And
That's a lot of weight, though. That's 220 pounds flying through the air like that.
yeah, Roman sure made it look hard, didn't he?
He's a freak. He's got bird bones.
I did think it was interesting, Renata, that I think they just bypassed Cole and was like, hey, that's cool, you won. We're gonna go talk to Medeiros. See ya.
Well, he was in a different heat.
He was, but they still
Yeah, he was.
They still keep him around though for the top scorer. But
yeah.
The time he wins, it's like, well, we're gonna go talk to the champ.
It's sucky. I understand it, but it's sucky.
That was something they went over in the press conference. They were like, we might not always interview.
If Justin wins his heat, we're gonna interview him. We're not gonna interview you.
Well, they said they might not always interview the winner because they wanted to present other stories, which is like, Cole's like a unique winner. He'll probably not win another event.
Yeah.
And then
is this Cole's first event win?
I'm pretty positive.
so.
I've never heard of him winning an event before this.
But I get it. Like, Justin's story's too good right now. You can't pass it up. So
Yeah.
And his interview was gold.
Was it really?
Oh,
I missed it.
so if I hope it's on YouTube somewhere. No, like I coming from what people have called the biggest Justin hater out there. I felt
I think you called you.
I was
that.
emotional for him. I was so happy for him.
You're just
Like,
a Vellner
he won
fan.
me over. I for a second wanted him to beat Vellner, and then I came right back.
Then he was like,
I came
"Oh,
right
gosh."
back. But man, it was great.
Roman Krenikov 5th in this event. Are you surprised by
Good.
that?
Murdered it.
What was it Needleman that we interviewed? The old teen athlete?
No, Logan Ewing.
Logan Ewing. I saw Logan right before this event, and he was like, people don't think this because he's big. He was like, but he's going to be really good in this event. And I was like, okay, we'll see. And Roman friggin' plowed through that.
It was very evident of who was efficient at the pullovers. They all could do them, but like there were people who were set apart that like, oh man, they were good.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
Vellner was probably the best one. He made up a lot of time on the
Mhm.
pullovers and then immediately lost it on the 360 pirouette down the stairs. But Roman was good. Cornway was really, really good. And Gray Saber and Bailey Martin. Like there was a clear difference in how they were doing the pullovers versus everybody else.
Yeah.
The South American guy was really good too.
Cerveni.
No. The other one, Souza.
No, Callion.
Souza was
Souza.
very, very efficient.
Fake
Mhm.
Souza.
Chandler Smith, I was surprised to see him on that type of event. That's not one that you expect him to do well.
He had a
on.
couple wicked saves too.
Man,
did.
BKG is gonna have to ice his thighs after this. He was just that bar was like the whole rig would shake.
I
when
mean,
he
I
would
feel
land.
sorry for his manhood
Yeah.
because I guarantee that got smashed a couple times.
The girls were so much more fluid and smooth, and I was watching the guys, and they would just—it was like they were getting over the top and just.
And if you've done pullovers before, like
Yeah.
it clips you. Like if you're not like decent at it, it's rough. And he was just no mercy, like every single time.
Colton Mertens. So he was helped off by medical on after the second event. There's a post on my stories there of him doing it. I checked in with him. He's all good, and he came back out on event 3. 14th.
He did the IV pull out.
He
Give me
must
my
have.
IV.
Yeah. So a 14th, pretty good. I mean, I think that's probably where you kind of expect Colton on this type of event.
I expected a little more of him, honestly. Like I could have seen it in that
He's
top
not
10.
a gymnast.
Yeah, but he's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a lot of weight. Proportions are good for that stuff. The handstand push-ups.
Yeah, but it all comes down to if you can do the press out 360 down the
Yeah.
stair. It all comes down to if you can do that. If you can do that on the first shot, like then you're going to be awesome.
Yeah.
If it takes you a couple tries, then you're going to be a little bit behind.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it, then you're, the worst. And then if you can't even get there, like Hopper, then you're way worse than the worst.
Yeah. It definitely was.
I can't. Can you believe that he was like that?
Who?
Hopper.
Yeah, we're not
I
even
think
two
you
of
could beat him in this
Honestly-
workout. I think you could beat him.
Me?
Yes.
I don't know.
You just have to do 16
I don't wanna-
pullovers. If you do
after-
16 pullovers, you can beat him.
After Taylor making me feel like a fool yesterday, I don't know if I can beat him.
Well, what
But-
could you not do?
I mean, I could do all those.
That's what
those
I'm
movements.
saying.
Tyler doesn't
I
pace
really-
well.
No,
There ain't no pacing in this workout.
I'm all gas and then just hard break.
You and Noah should be a team.
Yeah. That's why we get.
They
we
come
get
from the same
training
gym.
thing.
Look, Heber and Marston are on the Buttery Bubbles. $2. Madero's save on the handstand push-ups was crazy. There were some really cool
That was
saves.
so cool.
That was pretty cool. You could tell that the audience and the spectators were like getting into it when those types of things happened, which was really cool to see. It was
really
also
sucks.
it was also heartbreaking to see him get to the 4th handstand push-up and then fail.
Blow it.
And
And Adler had a hard no rep on the first way down on the 4th handstand push-up because I think he made it and then like he was walking and then his judge no repped him and I'm not sure why. Like his hand would hit something, but it was a hard no rep, especially when handstand stuff is your weakness. He will take 15th, guys. That's a great event finish for him.
Sprague,
on a gymnastics event, yeah, absolutely.
Sprague had a hard no rep on the dismount.
The
first time through, I would have given it to him. I don't understand why they took it away from him, and I don't think that the judging was consistent on the dismount of that, which kind of sucked. You could see it on his face, and he got kind of upset, and I was like, that was justified. Like that I wouldn't have given you a no rep. It really sucked because he was in a good spot and he lost several seconds.
He's still in a good spot.
No.
14th
But in that
right now.
Metcon, he was doing well.
Brent down there in 23rd. That's actually better than I thought he was. I didn't realize that 17 didn't finish.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
yeah.
Because I saw him when he wasn't going to finish. I was like, oh man, he's going to be 30th or worse than this. So 23rd, I think, is pretty good for something that.
I think Moritz Fiebig is the surprise of day one. I know he probably won't get talked about because Justin's day one, but
yeah, he's having
nobody called him to be 4th right now. And I mean,
No.
if
Not even
makes the top
Pedro.
10,
Not even
no,
Pedro picked
no.
him.
If he makes the top 10, Like that's insane.
Everybody's top 10 's gonna be
Nobody
screwed.
had him in the top 10. Everybody's talking about this yellow hosty dude. Moritz Fiebig is killing people.
He is. BKG in 25th.
That's rough.
Yeah,
That's a rough one.
Let me see. BKG. Yeah.
And what's
He's 10th overall.
Oh
though.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking the event.
Yeah, I'm just
Never
talking
mind,
the
never mind.
event. Sam Quant. I mean, Sam is done.
Oh man, he's in trouble. Did that respiratory disease come back?
I don't know. Will
That's
Morad.
a low blow. I kind of think he'll be fine. I bet he makes the top 20.
Will Morad, Bronislaw, both of them were doing very well, even through the pullovers. And then that donkey kick up and pirouette just crushed them. Like, I don't think I think I couldn't see it, but I just saw the very beginning of it. Like, he was right there, and then all of a sudden it was just like he just got dusted.
Did it over and over and over. He couldn't. I think you just get tired and you start spinning. You can't really slow it down. He had a hard time on that. I'm wondering, like, what did Arielle say about where she got tired in that workout? Because I feel like the pullovers did fatigue
Tire you
people.
out for the kick
I
up.
think it got the heart rate up, which makes your control on the 360 terrible, and then people just got caught up. Whereas like Justin failed the first one, and then he stepped back, like collected himself, and then went back up again, which was the pro move to do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people rushed it.
I wonder if being up 20 inches high, just a little bit different perspective than what you're seeing too, kind of freaks them out. Like, as a softer box doing a pirouette, like they've always done it on the ground, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wildly different. Wildly,
Those-
it's much harder, but they do get a run at it, and getting a run at it is huge.
Those boxes were way too soft. I think we need to find a better middle ground. Like, yeah, we don't need to have faces peeled off, but like
No, that's true.
we do need something a little more firm, because like you could see people wobbling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo,
Cole
Braun
Sager.
and Jake Douglas might not make it.
Look
Yeah,
at
but your
Hopper.
boy,
Look at Hopper. 38.
Hopper will make it.
it'll be the greatest comeback for a winner of all time.
Dang, Jake Douglas beating Jason Hopper. I would take that to
No,
the
he's
camp.
30.
No, in that event.
That event.
I'd be like, hey, you remember that event where I beat you? That's how bad you are at gymnastics. That's oh man, if you're Jake Douglas, you do not let that go ever, because you probably won't ever beat him in another event unless it's a lift.
My guess is Frazier won't let him down either. As he's training all off season. You remember when Jake beat you on gymnastics?
Hey, I mean, for Hopper to do that in that event, Fraser already let him down, as far as I'm concerned. Because those are the places where I thought Hopper was like crazy improved.
Mm-hmm.
And like his semifinal, I know semifinals is like good events for him, right? He always is going to do good in semifinals. They float his type of way, the stuff he's good at. But I expected him to be like 20th, 15th. In these type of events, I did not expect him to be this bad.
I mean, he was great in the video he showed with him racing Frazier on the handstand push-ups. Like, I figured
he'd
he'd
implemented the new skill of the
but still, it's like just I mean, figuring out a movement, even if you've never done it before, is athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be one of the more athletic guys.
Yeah, but as far as athleticism goes, it's like that's a really bad luck of the draw. Like, there's so many.
That's body awareness, though.
Yeah, but he's big, man. That's 220 pounds rolling around that bar. Like, that's so much more pressure on your hands when you're spinning than the other guys. It's like it's not a 1-to-1. It's exponential.
Dude,
when you start to do torque.
Brent Fikowski's 220. You know,
What-
Roman's 220.
Yeah.
what are the
Are
odds
they working with
that
Fraser?
what are the odds that HWPO hires a gymnastics expert for the
Did they
coming
not
Don't
season?
they
have
have
one?
one?
Who?
I don't know.
Mal.
Now,
Watch them, Pamela. What's her name? Pamela Gagnon. What?
Yeah, she's with Mayhem.
No,
so-
yeah, I know she's Mayhem. Watch them poach her from Mayhem. Because
Yeah, I mean, other than Katrin, yeah, HWPO has not done well this week. Overall men's leaderboard, Roman is in first, holds a 21-point lead over Jay Crouch, and then Spencer Panchik in third place.
who called
Like,
that?
Hey,
Jay.
didn't you know Jay Crouch was going to be
Yeah,
second place
right?
on day one? Wait,
What
hold
is
on.
happening?
This one goes on Brian too, because I had Jay Crouch like 19th,
Yeah.
And he goes, he's
There's-
way too high. He's not gonna make the first cut. That's what he
Yeah. Yep.
Americans are not holding it down right now.
Hey,
There's,
Roman,
there's an American flag on the top. I don't know what you're
what are you
talking
talking about?
Yeah. You peel that sucker off. a
Roman
little
is
bit, you'll
USA
see
all
that.
the way.
Yeah.
And then
I'm happy for Spencer Panchik. He's freaking killing it. He's in a
Yes.
higher spot than any of his brothers ever were. And I hope he stays there.
Dude, Sam Cornway.
Cornway's holding strong.
I mean, that's about where I thought he would be, though.
I think I have him in 10th in the overall for the final. I'm pleasantly surprised, but like he's a big dude
He's a good event.
and he's an athlete. So
He's a gymnast.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you also look at who's not done well, and that's why he's in 5th, right? Like if Hopper performed, if Medeiros performed as well as they were, Vellner started off slow. So like
Dallon's going to be great at these next 2 events. I know we don't know what event 6 is, but Dallon is going to be great in Alpaca in the sandbag one.
Yeah. Vellner, two solid 6th place finishes. I was a little surprised he only finished 6th on this one.
He let it go on the he had a hard time with the 360, the rise up to the 360 pirouette.
That's odd. I was a little surprised by that. 11th place Bailey Martin. I don't think I can't imagine many people had them in their top 10.
Or even knew that there was another Australian in Jake Crouch.
Jay Douglas.
We know Jake.
People are picking
Oh, yeah,
Jake
Jake
Douglas.
Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah. Chandler Smith is doing well. There's Jelly Toast in 17th. So
James
I mean, he's
Sprague in 14th.
Killing it.
James, yeah. And we'll see how he does
Tomorrow's gonna
tomorrow.
be bad.
Tomorrow's going to be rough.
At the end of tomorrow,
Unless it's Helen.
Say
Yeah.
like Lazar has not done as good as I thought he
It's-
would be.
it's that first event.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he came back and went pig flip for pig flip with Roman at the end, which was really impressive.
Tomorrow, at the end of tomorrow, we'll see a totally different Lazar on the leaderboard.
Mhm.
He'll be back up. I think by the end of tomorrow night, we'll see a leaderboard that will be 80% close.
Who is higher tomorrow, Noah or Justin?
Justin.
By the end of tomorrow.
End of tomorrow, yeah. It's only 25 points. It's really who does better tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Noah.
Justin. Why Noah? What's your reason?
I'm not just saying that because TTT. I'm not convinced that we're through the Medeiros.
It wasn't a workout at all. This is just gymnastics
This was
ability,
fun
and
time.
he's great at gymnastics things. So yeah,
I'm not convinced we're out of this.
I agree. I would love to see him in an actual workout. But the alpaca should be decent for him. He should get 5th.
Noah's not going to do poorly in the alpaca. He's going to do okay.
He's not going to get 5th.
No, but like he's going to chip away, and I'm still afraid that I'm just playing to the fact that I think Medeiros still is my
Well,
trip.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, and
Yeah.
they will know in the alpaca
Yeah.
because like if he'll be 20 something, and we know he's much better than that.
Yeah, and if he is,
And he's like, if he's like normal,
if he's feeling drained, we're going to know in that sandbag event. Like you're not going to be able to
get
hit
him
it.
some IVs, IV it up, or visit tell Hiller to visit him. It'd be great.
We're getting called out on our geography. Lucy Buhat. Bailey is from New Zealand, guys. Come on, do some
We
research.
don't even know where Pedro's from. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you expect too much of us, Lucy.
But he trains at Torian, but is from New Zealand. So
He's a
we-
Kiwi. That's
A
what
Kiwi.
they call them.
I mean, we call the Oceania region Australia, so we kind of just
Australia.
lump everybody into that.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
Blame it on Tia.
That would be like calling. It'd be like calling Hawaii the state, or not calling Hawaii the states.
Let's see. Going on down, Callian Souza, 24th.
Fake Souza.
Yeah. All right. Now we get to the cut line. Cole Sager, Jason Hopper, the last 2 in right now.
I'm upset about Jack Farlow. I thought he'd be better than this. I'm not worried about Hopper. Hopper's gonna be fine. He's just not performing.
Who pulls up and who moves out?
I am worried about Quant. Tomorrow should be great for Sam Quant. He should be great, but he has been trash so far. So it's hard to just say he's going to be great, right? He has to do it. But he was great on the alpaca last year, and he's decent at legless rope, the seated legless rope climbs. He did fine on event 6 in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And then the squatting ski erg one, that's just grinding and squatting. He's one of the best grinders there are. And then event 6 should have a barbell. We'll see.
Jenny Pike from Family Films. Will Real Brian let me get a llama named Tina? No, we're not doing that. No.
Is that your cue? You need to get off.
I think I have a few more minutes. All right. So who's coming out from 26th to 30th? Who's not going to make the cut after tomorrow?
Shrunky.
Oh, so in the top 30, who's gonna
drop out, and then who's gonna
who's gonna go
replace
down
him
below the top 30? Shrunky.
I think Nick Matthews might.
No.
Nick Matthews or Cole.
No.
I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. These are my picks.
Who's gonna beat him?
Bronislaw
I do not like that pick.
and Quan.
I don't not like that pick. Okay.
the thing that I
think it's a 50-50 shot for both of those people in both of those scenarios. So
yeah,
that will be fun to see.
If we look at this bottom 10 or bottom 9, like our worst fear about the cuts is coming true. Fabian's a big, strong dude. Bronislaw, Jack, Arthur is really
Jake
strong.
and Bronislaw all get cut, and then the 3 strongest guys have all been cut.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff Adler is going to win that event then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So as much as the analysis that we did, or I did before, like, oh, the cuts aren't going to impact it. Like, there's no home run hitters. This year is probably one that we could say we don't have the definitive answer, but most likely we would have missed some fireworks if this leaderboard stays where it is.
I really just want one of them to make it. I don't care who it is. I just want.
We do need one.
Yeah,
preferably Braun, but I'm not picky if Jack wants to get it together.
Man, Jack would be such a good one.
Yeah, I mean all of them. I mean, there's probably 5 guys in there that I'd like to see lift. We look at the podium. Does anybody stay on the podium? We saying Roman gonna stay?
Roman.
I mean, you could make the argument like the pig chipper, a mix of the pig chipper. Like all 3 of those events are a really good cross section of fitness, right? And the fact that
the ride.
I mean, breathing.
How's that a cross section?
It's aerobic capacity.
That's endurance.
Yeah.
Well, what's your cross section? Like it's 2 different things.
The cross section of all 3 of them.
Oh.
So,
sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
So like, I like that snapshot of fitness from that right there. And so like, if these guys stayed on the top 3, I would be like, yep, that makes sense. Do I expect that to happen? I'm not going to say that, but I mean, I might not bet against Jay Crouch to stay on the podium.
I don't think 2 through 4 make the top 10
at the end of the week.
You think they fall out
at the end of the weekend? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like they could be like 11th, but I'm going to say 2 through 4 do not make the top 10.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair prediction. Tyler, do you have any stats on which one of us is the highest in Heat 1 right now?
It's me.
Are you sure?
Let's look it up.
Although my wife is beating me right now.
Are we going shock collar?
And I believe Halpin is 5 points ahead of me. So fun fact. So this is fun, guys. I had Justin Medeiros for the 3rd event, the one that just happened. But since I thought he was hurt, right? I was like, okay, well, I'll just take him out and put Noah in because I think Noah will be good too. And then Justin comes out and smashes it, and I'm super happy for him. But I feel like
so Spin is winning in 85th overall.
Nice
in the world.
That's right.
John is in 417th.
That's right.
How many points do you have, Spin?
I have 570.
Yeah. So John has 540. Actually, we could have all
you just gotta wait till the end of the weekend. Okay, you can't.
Yeah.
Day one means nothing.
And I am
My
in.
best day is always the last day, every single time.
So don't fall too far behind.
Kyle's my brother-in-law, so I really don't appreciate that he brought this up because I am currently in 1299 in my own stupid game. I can't believe. But Colton really screwed me over in event 2. Nick Matthew, okay, that's a chipper event, and like you don't know that he's going to do as well in other events, so I'm going to play him there, right? Safe pick. Colton screwed me over, and then my women have actually been decent, but I screwed up with Annie in the first event. I don't know what I was thinking. She has performed well on previous bike events, but this one, there was just a bad. And plus, she'll do better in other events. I don't know why I played her. And then I played Alex for event 2, which was a good pick, and then Alyssa Fuliano. So she's been my best pick overall.
All right.
Well, besides Yonakoski. But that was I mean 50%, 52% of people played Yonakoski. Like it was an obvious win. It was funny to watch him toy with the other athletes. Like he would let them take off the lead, and it's like, why would you ever want Yona behind you? I would never want that.
He was just relaxing.
No, and I tell you what, if Laura would have implemented that strategy, I think Laura would have won for the women.
Let somebody else.
Yeah, just go behind whoever is. You know, once Emma took off, just stay at Emma's pace. Yeah. You know you can outsprint her in the end.
Yeah. She definitely went out too hot. My worst finish right now is Vellner's 6th place in event 2.
That's pretty good.
So I got Koski in first on the first event, Medeiros on the third event when he finished second. And then I have Emma Lawson's first, Emma Carey's 4th, and Elisa Fuliano's 2nd. So feeling it. Ken O'Connor obviously hasn't watched the show enough, or he doesn't trust us, only at 323 points. And they are gone. Cool. Oh, here we go. There we go.
That was weird.
Welcome back. All right, real quick before we wrap this thing up, it looks like there is a new test for the teams. Hopefully it's not too confusing.
New team test, ignore me.
The bike row hold.
Bike row hold, the last event for tomorrow.
I like this. We do this type of stuff at my gym a lot. Like somebody works while somebody does a hold or something like that.
Those are always the worst.
I love those.
They are fun tests.
150 calorie bike plus handstand hold, 125 calorie row plus seated muscle up and ring support. So you have to be on top of the rings and have your feet above the rings.
Okay.
Almost like an L sit.
So do a muscle up from an L sit.
A strict ring
I wonder if they'll let your legs dangle if you have to keep them like up off a box or something like that.
Like this. It doesn't say L sit.
That's what I'm saying. But like, will they let you drop your legs? Like you're gonna have to go up.
I bet they'll like a legless rope climb. Like you got to go like this to get up there, and then once you're up there, you can hang.
You're gonna see a lot of teams look terrible on that one.
Which leads to this question from Chug: seated muscle up. Guess the Indies will do that too.
I don't think so.
Do they do something? They do something.
So they're already doing seated legless rope climbs.
This is a replacement of strict muscle ups.
But so did the teams. Do this. Teams did seated legless rope climb too on the first one.
Well, I think it's too much seated stuff.
Seated stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if they have any more details on it of a time cap. I think Bosman's been maybe over programming for the teams. 16 minutes. If we go look at the teams right now.
Where's Peter?
CrossFit Invictus is leading, followed by CrossFit Oslo Navy Blue, and Proven is in third. So,
man, is that surprising a little? No, there's 2 events. Okay,
it's only 2 events, and if you go look at Ride Relay, like they all had the same amount of reps. Like there's some tie break there.
So they just were on the wrong end of a poorly scored event.
Yeah, it's not poorly scored. It's just the details not there. They don't have the tie breaks in. So if you click it, does anything pop down? No.
So they're just on a wrong end of a poorly detailed event.
What was the tie break?
It was the time that it took them. So they blew the 40-minute, or I don't know what it was for the teams, but they blew the 40-minute buzzer. So the workout's technically over, but the clock's still running. And
it's
then
like the
it's the
bike
same
ride.
thing as the bike, but everybody had
when you
the same.
finished, it was that time.
Got it. Okay. So it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely some teams were much better on the bike than others. All right, guys. Got a show in the morning. I think it's at 8 a.m. To preview that. But any last thoughts on day one of the individual and team competition?
Successful day. It was an entertaining day. Got a little slow in the second event, but that had to happen. We needed to see, like, we have to have an event like that. And so I think they were all over, like, entertaining. I would have loved to have watched the bike from home. That would have been probably great, but it was still good on the field. And then
arguably the most exciting moment was from event two, when Laura came out on the pig flips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
most BA moment so far. In my opinion.
I don't think anybody's upset with the last event today. The handstand.
No, it was much. It was very exciting. And I don't know how it played out, like not here, but in the Coliseum, it was very exciting. There were a lot of saves. It was not a lot of races, but a lot of saves. A lot of, is he going to be able to do it?
A lot of pushing, like just gambling to see if you can do it.
Yeah.
There's a ton of things. And a good taste test is always like what I like to do these events. Like they might be scary, but what I like to do them.
Yeah, no, it'd be super fun to try.
Every single one of these events would be fun to do for anyone.
Yep. Are people able to still sign up and do the rest of the days, or have you closed it down?
I think so people have signed up since the games have started. So I think you can still play the shot caller game. You're out of the top 10 game for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure Kyle being related, this is explain the Heat One app for people that are asking. We've talked about it a bit, but
Heat One
app.
Yeah, so if you're going to come in now, there's a shot caller game, which is just pick per event. You can pick one male and one female, and you only get 2 plays per event or per athlete, and you get the points of the athletes that you play. So you got to be careful about the ones you play. You can win a year's supply of coffee from Caffeine and Kilos. You can win Strike Movement shoes. We actually need to announce the winners later today. I need to reach out to them for some shoes for the day, and then you can win some C4.
Nice. Yeah, go check it out. Even if you guys haven't played, go sign up, get your friends on there, and even play the last 3 days and see how you guys stack up. Also, thanks again to GOWOD Mobility. They are sponsoring our coverage this weekend, so use the QR code or go to gowod.app. And then also vindicate.com. You can use Barbell Spin as the code, save 15%. You see Tyler repping the red Barbell Spin media shirt today. So those aren't for sale yet. Those are limited edition, but maybe one day. But until then, you can go grab some other Vindicate stuff.
These are good shirts. You should totally sell them. They make your arms look huge. So they're soft. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thanks.